YouTubers, welcome back for another adventure. So this Quadrunner shaft drive 230 has gotten to the point where I need to do something with the carburetor. I mentioned swapping out the Mikuni and you guys were like, no, you really should keep the Mikuni and the current gas tank and the fuel pump. I've had a bike like this for years. It runs great. You really don't need to hack it up. Unfortunately, as you get up and close and personal to this Mikuni, you will discover very quickly it has a problem. Right? You guys could see the enrichment plunger, the choke so to speak, is ripped off. Right? Gone. So once we kind of know that, first of all, the best way not to get into this situation is to take things slowly. You know, undo the cap, get plenty of penetrating oil down there, and with a little luck, maybe you'll be able to work the plunger out. But in this case, it's too far gone. You guys already know I don't care for Mikunis. Right? Should I try to find an OEM replacement for this? It's probably going to cost me at least $100. The clone replacement for this, I don't think they're too bad. I don't know, probably somewhere around 30. But for $30 I could get two of these, so that's where I'm going with. This thing is going to get the Keihin clone swap, and I've explained to you why. The Mikuni is a pipe flange. The Keihin clone is a bolt up. So we got to go from pipe to flat flange. Easy to do. You take your standard plumbing adapter, and that goes right in there. And you get your flat piece of copper, slide it right on there, and you have this really cool looking adapter. So I got the adapter, you guys could see where, but it's known as a 1/4 to 1 inch COP reducer. And they cost about $5 each. And they were really cool there, so I'll give them a little bit of a shout out. My little adapter is done. By the way, to make these things, right, this is just copper. I put graph paper in there and find the centers of all the circles, right, put it on there, hole punch out all the centers, start out with the center one, and then do the two outer ones. And I used, you could see the way it's bent up, I used aviation shears to cut these out. Using brass, a little thicker than this works, though I think this will be fine. You know, you could see how I buffed it down. It's really pretty flat. And what I'm going to do is I made this gasket relatively thick, and I'm just going to permatex it on this side, down, and then I'm going to oil it on this side, and there's an O-ring on the carburetor, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a nice seal out of the whole affair. Well, at least I'm hoping so. If not, I'm going to have to make the flange out of brass, a little thicker, could snug it up a little better. I picked up a couple of these. He only had two, right? One I had floating around, and this guy only had two more. I guess there's a little bit of a shortage of everything these days, including copper fittings. The flange is bolted right up against the carburetor. You could see the cardboard in there. You can see the Permatex former gasket. You guys could probably see a little bit of oil. I also oiled the flange so it'll slip in a little better. I broke my own rule and used SAE hardware to bolt it up to it. And I'll show you what it looks like all smashed on. The throttle cable was just to me a little short, but it looks like I'm closing down all the way, so I think I'm good. It's one of those things you want to check. If not, when you fire the engine up, and it will fire up, it'll race and, you know, what's wrong with this piece of junk? Well, if your throttle cable's too short, your throttle slide doesn't doesn't shut down all the way, which means you're giving it fuel. Okay, let's see if it wants to start. I got my jump pack hooked up. I got nothing. Oh. Oh. I got a neutral light. I got it on run. Choke doesn't do anything. So just this choke is on. All right. Well, looks like it won't idle down. Give me a couple of minutes. Another few adjustments. So I need just another little bit of cable. So I think if I get this locking bolt out of there, that'll give me that 32nd of an inch, which hopefully shuts my throttle down, and all is good. All right, let's see if that's better. On, choke, gas, oh, hopefully there's some gas. Alright, I messed with the idle. I turned it down a little bit too low. Let's bring that back up. And hopefully that'll be all she needs. Oh, a little more. Put a little more gas in it. So I want to make sure the carburetor isn't leaking down. I think you guys can see the bottle there. There you go. I don't know. Could you see the fluid in it? Hopefully. Yeah, I don't see it. It's not. Yeah, it's not leaking down at any major rate. Here, let's get the idle sorted out, and there should be more than enough gas for it to be Ooh, spit the carburetor off. I guess I don't know, did you guys see that? I guess I gotta tighten it down a little better. Yeah, she spit the carburetor right off the intake. There should really be a little ring around the edge here, whether I flare it slightly or solder a little ring around it. Let me get it on there. Right, I got vacuum on the carburetor. So, seems to run nice. As you guys could see, I've moved up to a hose clamp, and it's on there quite well now. Gas is staying in there. So let's set up the camera and try it one more time. A lot of times with these carburetor swaps, none of it is difficult. It's just a matter of setting up everything, getting over a couple little bumps. Next time you see this thing, we'll take it out for a nice ride. And you know what? I think I'm going to finish it up. I think I'm going to surprise you guys and have it so we could just walk up to it and turn the key on. Right? Give it the old hop on and take it out for a ride. What do you think? I mean, I'm talking battery, air cleaner, gas tank, the whole shoot match. If you guys don't believe I can actually finish something, maybe I'll surprise you all. Well, I love it when a bike sounds like that. This is going to be a nice flat track and little machine. The one I had a Mikuni on it, and it was tough to start. I remember it being very hard to start. This one seems to kick right on over. It seems to purr right along. Look at that. I even have a tail light. Gotta love it. Yeah, she sounds good. She's even holding gas. What's better than that, right? The bottle isn't draining down. So it's got a brand new Keihin clone on it. It says Keihin technology from Japan, but I think it's just a clone. Yeah, as it's running, it's going to loosen up and I'll have to turn the idle down. I did check the oil. It looked good, though I do want to give it, you know, I do want to tilt it. It's got a sight glass on it. I just want to be positive it's nice and full before I take it out and put it through its paces. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I need you all to keep your feet down, your heads up, and I need you all to get out and enjoy each and every day. Go out there and save an all-terrain vehicle. Take care now. Bye.